Hello everyone, and welcome to the 125th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. You may know me better as PHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. With me as always is my friend, co-host, and very planning buddy, Frederick.
God damn. It's so weird to say.
A man who's in many ways responsible for this pod episode.
I think this may be the first time, no?
Yeah, I mean, we've...
the first time you ever contribute anything.
Yeah, so basically, we mentioned that Freddie gave me a little bit of a podcast idea voucher for my birthday this year, and he has in fact held up his end of the bargain.
It sounds like I've done something really great. I'm just like, we just agreed after last pod recorded, like, you want to do this? Yeah.
We literally agreed to do it today, like earlier today. We were like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
right.
Are you able to record today? Oh, okay, I guess we'll throw this together. So today, well, do you want to explain it? And we're not going to do any mini reviews or news because there's only one piece of news and one mini reviews, but they're great, so we'll save them for another time.
That goes in the next week's episode.
Yeah.
Well, so today, this is so wrong. My goodness. Today we're doing should we call it a mini game? A little sneaky mini game, mini pod-esque idea, but we're stretching it the entire pod. So basically, and it's planned where we've each come up with 7 to 8 truth and one truth and one lie based on I don't know, movie, TV show, anime, UFC, whatever it is we've come up with. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to tell the other person both of these things, one truth and one lie. And then the other person has to try and guess which one is the truth and which one is the lie. There
you go. And you know what? Fun little extra mini game I just thought of. You can play along as well in the comments as we go along if you want.
You're such an innovative dude.
It's a choose your own adventure-esque moment. Don't you dare cheat. We'll know you did it.
We'll know you did it, Kian.
And yeah, basically, if you've seen some of the pods where we do like trivia, and we'll do one is real, one is fake, and the other one has to guess. It's kind of like that for a whole episode, but just with kind of various movie things. So yeah, and genuine effort was put into this, which is kind of concerning. I spent about 40 minutes.
I said just before we recorded or started recording that this is the most work I've put into anything this entire week, and I go to university.
Yeah, that's you know what? I think that's how it should be. Potting over.
It's even sadder when you actually hear what it is I've written, because that should not take a lot of effort.
It does take a weird amount of effort. You'd think it'd be easy, but you actually have to come up with like movie concepts for some of these. Like, But anyway, so would you like to start us off?
So how many do we have?
So I have 7 of mine.
You've got 7. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I've got 8, so I will start off. So we've got a little even thing going.
Let's go.
So I've got 3 categories. I've got anime, I've got movie, and I've got TV show.
Okay.
What do you want to start off with here?
Why do I feel like I'm on Jeopardy? I'm loving this. Let's start with a movie. Let's
a movie.
Let's a classic one.
So first piece of truth/lie. Nicolas Cage was offered the role of Aragorn very early on in the production of Lord of the Rings.
Sorry, just my first one is also Nicolas Cage based. Okay, ridiculous.
Very good. I'm happy we're on the same wavelength here. And then the other one, Tom Cruise was offered the role of the villain in a movie called The Power of Science, in which he was to play an evil Scientologist. However, Cruise declined the offer as he thought it was and this is in quotes, distasteful depiction of Scientology and everything he and the foundation stands for.
Well, I may look very foolish in a second, but I believe I have heard that Nicolas Cage was considered for Aragorn.
Is that your final answer then?
Yes.
It's true.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
How? Can we just talk about that?
Yeah, that
what a terrible choice.
That would have been. What? I guess he has the
instead of
hair for it.
Instead of Viggo Mortensen. I was about to make a major flop.
That would have been one of the most horrible things a Danish man could possibly do is confuse Viggo Mortensen and Mads Mikkelsen. But yeah, that would have been terrible. No offense, Nicolas Cage, but yeah, Vigo.
What do you think of the also? We can also talk about the potential ideas for movies that you could make as a director in future, and I can star in.
I mean, I just
Cruise?
don't think Tom Cruise would ever. I don't think he'd ever even go near something in which Scientology was portrayed in a negative way.
Well, that's why he declined it. Clearly,
I don't think he'd ever like speak out about it. Like I think he'd like want to keep that under wraps.
It was a private phone call to the director. But the director then leaked.
Well, speaking of Nicolas Cage movies, I've already broken the rules here because it's not 2 truths and a lie. This is 3 truths and a lie. But I have 4 movies here.
I like how we texted before. Okay, do you want to do 2 truths and 1 lie or 1 truth and 1 lie? All right, let's do 1 truth and 1 lie. All right, cool. First question. Here's 3 truths and a lie. Secret option number 3.
There were so many ridiculous Nicolas Cage movies. So basically, I have 4 movies here, all of which Nicolas Cage has starred in, except for one that I made up. And
is the movie made up, or is just the fact that he was in it made up? Here?
No, the movie's made up as well.
Okay.
So I'll read out, and I think, all of the stuff that I talk about in this episode, by the way, like the synopsis and stuff is from IMDb. So I'll read out the little IMDb little thing for each movie, and you tell me which one is real. First of all,
I like it.
Willy's Wonderland. Nick Cage is trapped in an abandoned family fun center and has to survive the night against scary animatronic mascots like in Five Nights at Freddy's. Also, for the record, yeah, I wrote this myself. IMDb did not write this. I just realized. Next up, Prisoners of Ghostland. Nicolas Cage is a bandit who is asked by a warlord known as the Governor to find his missing granddaughter, but he's put in a leather suit that will self-destruct within 3 days.
What was this movie called?
Prisoners of Ghostland.
Okay.
Country Mile. Nicolas Cage is a modern-day cowboy who discovers his horse and best friend is not from this earth. Or option 4, Jiu-Jitsu. Nicolas Cage is a master jiu-jitsu fighter who, along with an ancient order of jiu-jitsu fighters, has to fight off an alien creature. However, he also has amnesia. So keep in mind, 3 of these actually exist.
This is so good. I've got no clue which one it is.
Yes. Oh, God.
See, I'm tempted to say that the Willy one is true. Just because I searched up Nicolas Cage myself. And there's something about Nicolas Cage Willy I saw. But that could be an article talking about how he was almost Willy Wonka, which he was.
It could also be an article about how...
His Willy.
Yep. I was trying to figure out which direction, how big, how small, how strange, just his Willy. Just the article title, Nicolas Cage's Will.
And what was the other? Just tell me the titles of the other ones.
Jiu-Jitsu, Country Mile, and Prisoners of Ghostland.
I was tempted to go the Country Mile one, because even though it's so strange, it sounds like the least strange and most probable one. And I thought that's why
Alien
you would
Horse?
be like Alien Horse. I thought, but I'm gonna go with the self-destructing suit. And the reason for that is because the Governor, I immediately thought of Merlin.
Well, perhaps that was a sneaky ploy on my part, because Prisoners of Ghostland is in fact a film that was released to the public, and it does exist. He was put in a self-destructing leather suit for the Governor. I did in fact make up Country Mile.
Damn it! Damn it!
And I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at this as you were giving your first one, and I realized I hadn't finished it. It just said Nicolas Cage is a modern-day cowboy who discovers. And I was like, fuck, I forgot to put the last part. So I just thought on my feet, I was like,
just cut back to the intro.
Alien Horse.
A very planned pod.
Literally the one thing I had to do. So, there we go.
Oh,
all right.
Damn, okay.
So are we keeping points here?
Okay, we can do that. So it's 1-0 to you. So
in faoness, some of these the points don't really matter because some of these are kind of jokes and some of them are actually I tried to make real.
Well, still.
We
only give points if you get it right. You don't get a point if I guess wrong.
No.
Okay? All right, cool. All right. So, I think we'll go with an anime now.
I was about to say, I'll take anime for 500.
Slightly topical, I guess, which is, not in a good way. But, so, the first one. Naruto was banned in Russia in 2013 because of an episode in the show that depicted a Russian ninja in what the Russians believe to be an offensive manner, thusly making the Russian government ban the entire anime, manga, and spin-offs like Boruto from any market accessible to the citizens of the nation.
Okay.
Or there's an anime called Bobo Bobo Bo Bobo, in which the protagonist fights a group of villains using his controllable nostrils and nose hair.
Wow. That does sound like a John Dillerman-esque
series.
I'm gonna say Bobo Bobo exists.
It exists.
I think you wouldn't. It's one of those things that just I feel like it would exist.
Bobo Bobo exists is what you're saying.
I don't know how many bows there were, but yes.
Okay. It does exist.
Let's go.
I mean, I don't know if Naruto was banned in Russia for something like that, but I don't think so.
I will also say, and this is kind of a dick thing to say, I don't really know, but also I don't think an official thing would use the word thusly for some reason. I don't know why. It just kind of like threw me off a little bit. I was like, that's a phrase.
Well, this is all. I'm just saying in future. This is all written by me. This is not taken from anything.
Okay.
This is like something I've read and then I've written it myself.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm too sophisticated.
I was like, it sounds almost too intelligent. Freddie must have thought of this being the intellectual.
This sounds way too intelligent. Freddie must have written it.
Damn, let's go. I got the anime one.
Damn it. Well, there's two more. So, you know.
All right. I'll calm down.
Yeah. Can you hold your horses, please?
Well, my next one also hasn't followed the rules. But I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that happen.
Are we gonna end on like 16 different ones?
Well, there's one that has like a billion, but you'll see what the concept is.
Okay.
These are 5 things that allegedly happen in the MCU. And so
okay.
I won't tell you how many are true, how many are false. I'll give you one, you say true or false. And we'll see if you get them, which kind of fucks with our point system or whatever. So
you're not going to say all of them here?
No, so I'll give you one, you say true or false.
Okay.
All right. It is implied in Thor Ragnarok that the Grandmaster has orgies in his spaceship.
That is true.
Okay.
Absolutely, that's true.
Okay. Well, we'll table that. You can... During the final scene of The Incredible Hulk, you can see a hint of the Hulk's testicles. Sorry. I blew that. Sorry. Not that it was really going to work if I hadn't.
That was very realistic. Also, is there 4 truths and 1 lie here, or
I'm
is there
like this is up to you to decide.
Okay. Well, that is as sad as it is to say. That's a lie.
Someone yelled, "What are those?" in a film that came out in 2018.
That's true.
I just wanted to have a moment of like, come on, guys.
Of self-reflection.
You guys really did that.
I know you're watching Marvel. The fuck was that shit?
Drax has, quote, famously huge turds, unquote.
I'm going to say that's a lie. He's got sensitive nipples.
That's a good point. Are you saying someone with sensitive nipples can't have famously huge turds? Do you think those are related?
No, but could be. Someone get on that science. But
we know you're listening. Science.
I don't think Drax would give. Or would he? It is something he would say, but would they both talk about his sensitive nipples and his huge turds?
That's a good point.
Is that not going a bit overboard? And if both are true, that should not have happened. So I'm going to say it's false.
That's crossing the line, guys.
Guys, that's a bit too much.
There is a deleted and very passionate makeout scene from the film Ant-Man and the Wasp in which Scott Lang French kisses a giant ant while Louise watches.
Also 100% true. I would say false on that one.
Actually, yeah, Paul Rudd demanded that be cut from the film because it was too sensual. Because it wasn't scripted. Well, you are correct on all of them, except Drax does, quote, have famously huge turds.
Damn it! And Marvel, what's going on here?
They say that in the same movie. Because if you remember in the opening scene, Rocket Raccoon threatens to put a turd in Peter Quill's pillow, and he says, it won't be my turd, it will be Drax's. And Drax does laugh and say, I have famously huge turds.
I hate that you know that.
I did look it up, honestly. I did look up that scene.
This is the one thing you just knew off by heart.
This is what gets me through my pub trivia nights. There we go.
Okay,
So we'll give you a point for that, I guess. You got most of them right. We'll give you a point.
All right, I'll take a point. So 2-1.
2-1.
We're going on to series here. Little series action.
All right.
So we've got Charlie Cox was often teased and made fun of by Eldon Henson, the actor who plays Foggy Nelson, because of his misinterpretative last name.
Okay, I can see it.
Or James Gunn wrote the script for Peacemaker. What a joke. Confined during COVID lockdown for fun, in quotation marks. Not sure, him not being sure if the show would ever actually come to fruition.
Ooh.
So one seems much more likely, but when you think about
that might be a bit of a reverse psychology.
Or was me saying that the reverse psychology?
Oh, God. I'm all turned
God, you're trapped.
I mean, I feel like I get the vibe that, what was his name? Eldon Henson?
Eldon Henson.
I feel like they have quite the bro dynamic in real life. I have nothing to go off, but I can very much see that. And so
Okay.
I feel like he is of the maturity level like the two of us, where the name Cox would inspire great joy and humor. Ooh. But I feel like I heard the Peacemaker thing, but I might just be making that up. Sorry, what a joke. Also, in one of the episodes of Peacemaker I watched, they flashed back to that scene again. I'm like, they're really...
I finished Peacemaker today.
I'm still on episode 5.
We'll talk about it next pod, but
yeah, we'll talk.
God damn.
I'm gonna go with the Peacemaker one is true. I'm gonna go against my reverse psychology odds here, but I'm gonna say Peacemaker is true.
Damn it, you're right.
Yes, fucking go.
He's 3 for 3.
Yes, I'm too good at this. But that does
Peacemaker Hudson is in fact flexing his arms right now. I'm too good at this.
I wish you hadn't.
I know that Charlie Cox isn't teased about his last name. Yeah. Again, could be true. I'm just saying, but there's no official account of it.
We don't know that it's not true. Also, that just means that we're really immature and we find it amusing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charlie. We love your work. Also, that bums me out a little bit because it implies that they don't have. I mean, they could still have a bro dynamic, but is it really a bro dynamic?
No, the only way Charlie Cox is a bro dynamic is if someone makes fun of his last name.
I mean, you refer to me as BHL Coxon on occasion, so like, I feel like that's the.
And you often call me Lord Dickhammer.
Yeah. It's also my favorite Lord of the Rings character.
Lord. You go into Rohan, or whatever it's called, Ride of the Rohirrim. Oh my god, who's that knight? That's Lord Dickhammer.
Well, okay, next up I have a unique one. I have a UFC category.
You wouldn't.
So I have here two descriptions of 2 knockouts, or 1 description per knockout. And one of them is real and one of them is not. And so this will also require a bit of interpretive imagination on your part to imagine.
All right, I'm going to close my eyes and just imagine it.
Okay. And I'm just going to read these out as I've written them so you can't really hear my voice, which one I made up.
Okay.
Number 1. Yair Rodriguez knocks out Chan Sung Jung in the final second of the final round of their fight as Jung is rushing in with an upward elbow. Yair with the upward elbow, I'd just like to point out. He ducks down as Jung rushes in, moves his elbow up behind his head, connects, and knocks him out cold with 1 second left in the fight. And I can just demonstrate for you here what this hypothetically looks like. It's kind of hard to imagine. So he's ducking down, and he hits him like that, like moving his elbow up.
Okay, I see.
It's a creative strike that either happened or I made up.
Okay.
Second one. With 2 seconds left in the first round of their fight, Corey Sandhagen sweeps Frankie Edgar off his feet with a low leg kick, and as Frankie Edgar is getting up, Sandhagen lands a spinning back kick to the chin, knocking Frankie out cold on the canvas.
As he's getting up?
Yes.
What does that...
How
far up is he?
He kicks him in the lower leg, and so he sweeps him down, and then he gets up, his hands get off the mat so it's legal, and he gets spinning back kicked right in the chin.
Okay. I'm going to say the last one is true, because the other one just seems a bit unlikely.
So you're saying...
More so than this last one.
The Corey Sandhagen is true.
Yes.
I hate to tell you, but Yair Rodriguez did in fact knock out Chan Sung Jung in the final second of the final round with a back upward elbow. And it's an incredible clip.
God damn it.
Everyone should go look at that
clip.
It's
I'll dislike it.
It's very cool. I'll send it to you later, but it's very cool.
Okay, good. All right, well, so it's what, 3-1 to you now?
3-1.
Not great.
I'm kind of tired of being the best.
All right, I'll get you.
All right, motherfucker.
All right, motherfucker. It's time to get the gloves off. I'm gonna say one that I think might be. Okay, another anime one will do.
All right.
You're in my part of the world now, buddy. Sounds very cringe.
Ew.
Sorry. Anyways, so the word anime, which has coined the genre of Japanese animation, does not actually originate from the word animation, but rather the name of the main character in the very first anime ever, Anime Takiyatsu. Anime Takiyotsu. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or, one of the first animes was inspired by Donald Duck and Scrooge McDuck.
Huh.
So this is not, like, obviously anime also refers to animation, but in Japan, as it's known as anime as well, that is the, or is it not? Ooh, is the reason behind the creation, or like that phrasing of it.
Okay. I also would love to see a Donald Duck and Scrooge McDuck anime. That sounds fun and epic.
Just Donald Duck gathers all his power and just punches Scrooge McDuck's head off.
Donald Duck doing a Naruto run does sound delightful.
It is something I would like to see, please.
Goofy being a Shimugari. What do they call the Death Note things? Shinigami. I like. I'm gonna. That is a toughie. I'm gonna say the Donald Duck one is true. I'm going
Donald Duck one.
I'm going Donald.
You bastard! You got it again.
Let's go. Oh. I mean, shit. I may or may not be just kind of coin flipping these a little bit. I don't know. I just
still the coin flip's working.
See now what? Okay, do you know the anime that was inspired by Donald Duck and Scrooge?
Nah, not gonna clue. Yeah, it was. No, I don't remember. I read it today. I believe the anime that was inspired by Donald Duck was Attack on Titan.
Well, on a similar note of televisual programming, which I guess you could call anime, maybe.
I guess
I was gonna go with a New Girl concept, where I give you a real premise for an episode and a fake, but you know New Girl as well as, if not better than I do, so that wouldn't really work because you would be able to smell it from a mile away. So I've gone with something that you know, but maybe know a little bit less. It's a little Jim Halpert action. It's a little bit of The Office. So I have before me a real episode and a fake episode of the great sitcom The Office. Number 1. Season 8, Episode 13. Jury Duty. Jim skips work under the guise of having jury duty, which Dwight then tries to bust him for lying about. Tries to bust him, period.
To which Dwight busts it down.
Number 2. Season 5, Episode 8. Sorry,
I just imagine Jim's not at work, and Dwight just gets out his thong and just absolutely busts it on the floor.
That's the whole episode. It's that for 20 minutes. He's doing the WAP dance.
I believe Dwight is doing the WAP right now.
Haunted. Michael, Aaron, and Dwight are led to believe the office is being haunted by ghosts.
Michael, Aaron, and Dwight. Those are the 3 characters that I feel like would actually fall for that as well.
But wouldn't Dwight try to
either you've done it clever here, or you've... But Dwight is the kind of person who might actually believe it's haunted.
Who knows?
I'm going to say the haunted one is true.
Well, I'm going to say I'm a master manipulator. Because that one is
in
fact a concoction of B.H.L. Hudson's mind. Hire me, the Office writers.
I'm terrible at this game. It's 4-1 and I'm terrible.
I'm so sorry. This is your concept.
I'm never suggesting anything again.
But yeah, Jim does skip work for... See, I picked a season 8 episode because I was like, there's no way he remembers any episodes from season 8. Because I also thought there's that episode where, like, Dwight thinks Jim is a vampire. There's kind of... The seeds have been planted.
Yeah, it was a clever move, I'll say.
That's what I do. What can I say?
I tip my hat to thee, sir. Okay, I've got one here. Actually, is this... But 2 other movie ones are very see-through, I think.
You've played your trump cards?
I've got 1 trump card left, I think.
Okay. Ooh, I'm going for the undefeated record now.
We'll get a movie one out of the way. Get you another point. There is a 1978 movie called Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This title is not a poignant or clever title, as the movie plot is literally that tomatoes suddenly become sentient beings whose only interests and goals are to kill humans.
Okay. Sounds dope.
Or there's a 2004 movie called The Lust for the Forbidden, in which Gerard Butler and Russell Crowe are both married men who work at the same construction site. Each of them believe they are in a happy and content relationships with their respective wives. This feeling slowly starts to fade as their lust and affection for each other begins to grow and take form every day, the more and more time they spend together on the construction site. Eventually, they cannot ignore their feelings for each other anymore and have a graphic and passionate sexual scene on top of a crane at the construction site. Unfortunately,
this is machinery
machinery malfunction causes the crane to judder suddenly, sending them both crashing to their deaths. However, in the embrace of the person they each love the most.
Wow, that was a lot of howevers in one sentence. Goodness. Well, the idea of early 2000s Gerard Butler and Russell Crowe passionately lovemaking is deeply appealing. Please take that out of context, someone.
Or in context.
There's no context that changes it at all. You know, that does sound beautiful and kind of heartwarming in a way. I really like A Lesson About Life.
Lesson about life.
A lesson about where you shouldn't have coitus, that being on top of a jittery crane.
I mean, it wasn't jittery to begin with. IMDb says.
It only became jittery with the passionate thrusts of Russell Crowe.
The passionate thrust of one Russell Crowe.
I do unfortunately believe I have actually heard of the Killer Tomato one.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah,
he knew from the beginning.
Yeah.
He knew from the beginning.
But if I had known, it would have been a really tough one to figure out.
That is true.
By the way, can I just say,
it was a bit of a curveball.
Just like when I was writing these down, the first thing I thought of when I was thinking of like what a fake movie would sound like was that movie you told me about where Denzel and someone else were like train conductors or something.
Chris Pine?
Yeah, I literally wrote down like write something like the Denzel train one. Goodness. Well, my next one is easily the one I put the most effort into.
Okay.
So this one might take a little while, but it's a journey. So come with me on this beautiful trip.
All right.
So I have before me 2 Liam Neeson movies. One exists, one does not.
Okay.
And I've taken the IMDb, what's it called? Like summary
description.
And I have written the other one, and you have to guess which is which. So, Mr. Neeson. Firstly, Firestarter. Shane Carwin, an ex-con known for being one of the most notorious arsonists in Boston's history, is living a peaceful life after having served his 30-year prison sentence. However, little does he know that his newfound happiness may be about to go up in flames, as a friend from his former life pays a visit and gives Shane an offer he may not be able to refuse. With the stakes... God damn it. Sorry, a bunch of drunk people outside. I'm trying to do a Liam Neeson
Sorry, just Liam Neeson outside.
With the stakes higher than they've ever been, with Shane's way of life and family threatened, he has to find a way to escape his old life once and for all, no matter the cost. All right, that was Firestarter. This is going to be really anticlimactic if you've heard the title of the real movie. And then, The Commuter. Michael McCauley. Michael McCauley, a former police officer and now a hard-working life insurance salesman and a caring family man, has been taking the commuter rail to New York for the past 10 years. But things will take an unexpected turn when, on one of his daily journeys, the cryptic passenger, Joanna, makes Michael a generous and tempting offer to locate a single commuter or face grave consequences. Is this a sick joke, or is this indeed a dangerous situation? Now, as Michael races against the clock to solve this wicked conundrum, everyone aboard is a suspect in a deal that is more than meets the eye. Can he decide in time who is the one?
Now, I appreciate and admire how much effort you've put into this, but I am a fan of The Commuter.
God damn it. I tried so hard to pick the one that I was like, you probably haven't seen, but then as I was looking at it, I was like,
one of the only Liam Neeson movies I have seen.
Because I was like, there's the one where he's like, the ice or whatever. Honest Thief. I knew you'd seen Honest Thief. So I was like, okay, I can't do that one. Oh man, I was really proud of Firestarter.
I'll say that it was a really good description of the other one. I'll say the one thing that threw me off a little bit on it was that you said he'd been in prison for 30 years, right?
Yeah.
And then his family is threatened. How does he have a family who's been in prison for 30 years? And then his 8-year-old daughter was...
I wrote that, like, again, 20 minutes ago. I didn't look back, and I was just hoping... Yeah, as I was reading, I was hoping I hadn't, like, again, left off an entire sentence. So, fair, okay.
No, Jay, like, you had me until, like, because it genuinely sounded like something that would absolutely happen.
Damn.
Until the family part. Okay, that was a bit...
That's a bit...
And then I knew The Commuter, so, that's a bit of a home run.
Yeah, I realized, I was like, wait a minute, what if he actually has watched The Commuter? It seems weirdly actually like the kind of thing you would have watched. Yeah, well, fair enough. Okay, detective work, it pays off. Also, can I just say, whoever wrote the IMDb summary for The Commuter, what the fuck is this? This wicked conundrum? I tried to make my Firestarter thing sound like an IMDb thing. I hope you appreciated his life will go up in flames. But I'm like...
I do think that yours sounds more of an professional IMDb one than that one.
Is this a sick joke, or is this, comma, indeed, comma, a dangerous situation? The fuck? Anyway, sorry to the person who wrote that.
What the hell is that about IMDb?
Anyway, all right, fair enough. You have a point. Damn, I can't believe that the one I actually put effort into has come back to bite me.
We're gonna go with another series here.
All right.
Jake Johnson, Nick Miller from New Girl,
Gotcha.
was told to lose weight by Fox, the production company behind New Girl. This information was given to him as he was headed out to eat a celebratory meal with his wife after the success of the New Girl pilot episode. On his way to the restaurant, Jake Johnson was told he was too fat for TV and he had to lose 15 to 20 pounds.
Okay. Weirdly cruel.
Or, Jon Hamm smoked so many cigarettes and cigars in Mad Men in scenes as well as many deleted takes that he became addicted to them, resulting in health problems for the actor.
I hope you didn't make up the Nick Miller one, because... Well, I hope that didn't actually happen to him, though, because that's kind of harsh.
So you hope it just disappears? I hope you didn't make it up, and I hope it didn't happen.
I hope I'm dreaming and this never happened. But then again, that would be I made it up, which is almost the coolest joke
that makes you the asshole.
Despite my better judgment, because I'm pretty sure I've heard something about the Jon Hamm one, I'm gonna go with the Nick Miller one being true.
How the fuck? Oh, why would you do that?
Let's go.
How would you say that? It's so obvious that Jon Hamm would smoke cigarettes and get addicted.
Yeah.
But he hasn't.
I
don't think.
Probably, again, we don't know for sure, I guess. But damn. Yeah, because that also sounds like the Jake Johnson one sounds like kind of a funny story he'd tell on a talk show kind of vibe, you know?
Yeah. So, basically, after the pilot episode, him and his wife went out to celebrate the success, and then on the way, the production company called him and told him, "You're too fat for the reshoots."
God. What a bunch of dicks.
So cruel.
I guess so. They wanted
to lose 7 kilos.
They wanted it for continuity's sake, like he had to look the same for reshoots or something.
I don't know.
Huh. I mean, still not.
I didn't read that.
You still can't say you're too fat for TV. Also, Nick Miller isn't even fat. Like he's
No,
he has that pouch for the cookies, as they say. But
yeah, it's my cookie pouch.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Next one I have.
So you've got every single one right so far. That's terrible.
Have I? No, I didn't. Oh,
I think so.
I have. Let's go. God,
I think you have, right?
This is the biggest ego boost. I feel like I just feel so defeated because of the Liam Neeson one going awry. All right, so next up, I need to explain this one a little bit. Basically, Bruce Willis is starring in an absurd number of completely generic direct-to-video action movies in the next few years that have... if you've seen any of the trailers, you've seen any of the titles, they're the most generic, nothing movies, and they're all going direct to video, and they're clearly just for paychecks. No offense, Bruce Willis, but I think he himself would even admit this. I've written down the titles from Wikipedia of all of the upcoming Bruce Willis direct to video movies, and I've also come up with my own titles, and I want to see if you can distinguish between which ones are actually happening and which ones are
not. And are these ones that are happening in future now? Or ones
yes, they've not been released yet. So I'm just going to run through them, and I just want you to say real or not real. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16.
See, this seems tough.
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of just wanted to make a point about Bruce Willis's generic action movies these days.
Fair.
All right, so let's yeah, honestly, this is very much just a coin flip. This is such an unfair round. We'll give you a point if you get any of them right. So,
Okay.
A Day to Die.
That's true.
It is. Cash Cow.
That's false.
It is. Vendetta.
False.
That's true.
Damn it.
Fortress 2.
That's true.
It is. Yes. I don't know what Fortress 1 is, but yeah, Fortress 2 is coming out.
Fortress 1 doesn't exist.
Yeah, he just is in a movie called Fortress 2. Violent Intentions.
That is false.
It is. Capital Punishment. It's just Bruce Willis's political stances in a movie.
False.
It is. The Wrong Place.
Also false.
It's real.
Damn it.
The Antidote.
That's real.
It's false.
Damn it.
Die Like Lovers.
That's real.
It is. Corrective Measures.
Nah, that's false.
It's real.
Damn it. What a terrible movie title.
Watch a movie called Corrective Measures.
Corrective
It
measures.
sounds like an accounting movie or something. White Elephant. We're almost there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's real.
It is. Chaos.
Not real.
Not real. Paradise City.
Real.
It is real. Wire Room.
Not real.
It is real. And finally, Colonoscopy Gone Wrong.
The thing is, I would not even put it past him. But I'm gonna say false on this one.
If only it was real. It is false.
I don't think I did too bad there, you know.
No, you did pretty well actually, considering it was pretty. I mean, yeah. Again, I just want to point out who's watching these movies. Like, they look so boring. Corrective Measures.
What is the budget of these movies?
It's like 500,000. Like, they pay Bruce Willis to show up, and then they just like have like a generic action thing around it, and it's kind of depressing. But also, get the bag, Willis.
It's kind of sad that his career's gone downhill like this, but also, let's get this bread, my man, Bruce.
There you go.
All right, we're going for my last anime one.
Okay.
And this, I think, one is it's a 50-50. But
Okay.
you know, if you get this one right, then you'll have scored 100%. I think.
Well, I hope you get the chance to, as our old one of our old teachers used to say, you had a 50-50 chance and you chose wrong.
And you got it wrong.
That's
I hope that happens to you. Anyways,
all right.
An anime based on the main character eating an ancient finger that belongs to a humanoid monster with 4 eyes. By eating this finger and more of the same kind, so fingers from the same hand / same, and also toes from foot, he gains powers that allow him to fight monsters and curses. He does this along with a guy who wears a blindfold, a panda, a guy who likes people based on which type of women someone fancies, and many other companions. The protagonist intends to eat all 20 toes and fingers of the humanoid monster in order to gain the true power. The other one, an anime in which the main character wakes up and discovers she has developed the ability / power to make any person bald. She uses this technique to bully and harass people. Eventually, she begins doing it to people in power and creates a lie that states that she also has the power to grow back their hair fully. So she'll take their hair, but she also has the power to reverse the baldness. This gives a lot of people hope and makes them do whatever she wishes in the hopes of them getting their luscious locks back. The series follows her rise from a poor girl to despicable and powerful individual.
Ooh. Well, I have to say, whichever of these is false or true, I feel like we need a moment to commend ourselves for our storytelling and concept thinking abilities here.
Thank you. This is the first one I wrote, and you could tell that my creativity went downhill after that. What do we think? Give us your thoughts.
The second one is very absurd, but it sounds like something that would exist, and it's kind of. But is it exactly the kind of thing you would think of, actually? Is that exactly what would go on in that sick, twisted cranium of yours? The first one sounds more plausible, I guess, but also the amount of detail you gave is a little suspicious to me. So I'm gonna say the bald one is real.
Yes! He gets it wrong! He's not at 100%.
No.
The bald one is false.
Damn it!
However, there is, I'll say, a little callback to earlier. The Bo anime is an anime in which he fights monsters that make people bald. So that's where I got the inspiration.
Okay, wow. Big tie back. Damn.
Little tie
Okay.
back.
I was gonna say the only like thing that I had against the bald one was I can't really imagine like how much of a story you could make out of that. Like, where could you really go after a certain point with that? But damn, fair play. Look at
Yes! God, it feels good.
I think we're kind of creative geniuses, you know.
I think so. If that should be an anime. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
we should fund that.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Bruce Willis style.
We were supposed to do a NordVPN sponsor this episode. Whatever, we'll do next time.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad. Anyway, my final one. I don't know if this is my best one, honestly. Actually, it's definitely not, because much like the Neeson one, if you've heard of one of these movies, then I'm fucked.
Please.
And I won't lie to you, and this is very dumb of me, we've talked about one of these movies pretty recently on the pod. So this is a test of if you pay attention at all on the pod.
Shit. This is going to be like a mini review, probably.
But
Oh, no.
these are 2 upcoming films coming out in the next 8 months. And they're
Okay.
both comedies.
Okay.
So, all right, which order do I do this in? And these are, the thing was taken from IMDb, but then I've also added in the actors' names for both of them. First of all, The Lost City. A reclusive romance novelist, played by Sandra Bullock, is on a book tour with her cover model, played by Channing Tatum, gets swept up in a kidnapping attempt from Daniel Radcliffe that lands them both in a cutthroat jungle where they are helped by Brad Pitt. Or option 2. Option 2. Snakeskin. A failing stockbroker, played by Jamie Foxx, is forced into a life of crime with the help of his high school sweetheart, played by Emilia Clarke, who ultimately accidentally find themselves in a mob war. Okay, I was supposed to write against feared gangster, played by Aaron Paul, but I wrote played by Logan Paul. Never mind. We're done. This whole thing is done.
Against feared gangster Logan Paul. Can you imagine what a freaking twist that would be in this like really serious action movie with Jamie Foxx and Emilia Clarke, and you turn the corner and then the man behind the mask is just Logan Paul. Well, I do remember, and I've seen the trailer to The Lost City.
Damn it. See, I was trying to find a movie that was coming up that was like absurd enough that it could sound like something I'd written, which in fairness, The Lost City I feel like does sound like a movie we would come up with on the pod. But also, yeah, there was the chance that you had literally seen the trailer for it. So,
Yeah,
God damn.
I apologize once more.
No, it's my fault. Okay, well, there you go. That's that was a really bad one to end on, but whatever. I should have ended on colonoscopy gone wrong.
Well, we should have. I mean, this is a really tough one.
Okay.
Actually, this might be too tough of one to end on, but you know, we'll just. It's the last one I've got, so you know.
Right.
And I think ending on such a difficult one is actually quite good for the episode. So we'll go. Right. Brenton Thwaites was supposed to have joined the Pirates franchise in the previous movie to Dead Men Tell No Tales, but were forced to say no to the role due to complications involving numerous sexually transmitted diseases.
Not that, I mean, that's a serious, we're not laughing at that, that's a serious, problem that people have, so,
Or, Brenton Thwaites is Australian. It's a tough one, I grant you.
God, why did I cover for the STD one as if it was an actual thing? It happens to a lot of, it's okay, it's a serious
I'm
problem.
not laughing at Brenton here. This is straight from IMDb.
I straight up was gonna say that one was true because I was like, maybe they tried to get him in for the role of the other young guy who replaced Orlando Bloom.
That's what I was going for, but then I realized I can't do a serious Thwaites one. Again, we're not certain this didn't happen.
But he probably didn't. He seems like he would use protection. What are we doing here?
He seems like he owns a lot of condoms.
Anyway,
Brenton Thwaites seems like the kind of man who'd ask the woman to put on 3 condoms on him.
On herself. On her head.
On her arms, just for fetish.
Just for the lulz. Well, it's now time for...
The Cnews.
Alright, let's see what our old man Cruisy Boy's been up to. By the way, this was recorded on Thursday, February 24th. Actually, wait, someone sent in some Tom Cnews. Oh, shit.
No.
Who was it? bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com. Who did send this in? If you want to send in Tom Cnews, feel free. Okay, ZJ13Goat got this week's Tom Cnews, and it's an article from MSN.com. Tom Cruise's former manager recalls the actor refusing to speak to a waitress because he was, quote, still in character. Seems kind of like a dick move.
You were still in character as Les Grossman?
This was in 1981 for the movie Taps.
The movie what?
Taps. I don't know. It looks like he's in the army in the movie. The waitress asked him, "Aren't you one of the actors?" Tom said to us, "Please tell her not to ask me any questions. I'm still in character." That's okay. Okay. I'm not a professional actor, but I also thought this was going to be like his character like refuses to speak to waitresses or something. But it just sounds like he was like, guys, I'm still in character. Get her out of here. Like, that's not really... Isn't that breaking character if you're like...
Yeah, guys, I need to focus on this fictitious person I'm playing.
Wait, shit, the fictitious person wouldn't say that. Fuck.
Wait, fuck. She's done it already. Never mind.
He runs out. He flips the table. He flips her.
He eats the table.
Weird Cruise story, I guess, but I guess he's a good actor, but also kind of, you can just probably say...
I like how the Tom Cnews is from 1981.
So up to date. Fresh off the press, you know. Anyway, you can talk to waiters even if you're in character, I'm pretty sure, even though, you know, I'm not an actor, but I would say do it.
Do it.
They're like in the service industry and they're just trying their best. Now it's time for the announcements. And we don't have any comments for this week because we're actually recording this before this week's episode's gone up, so I guess we'll get to those next week. But we do have JC Comics sent in a Dwayne Cruise pick that I will put in the video now, and it is in fact it's pretty scary. I don't know what this is from. I think it's a zombie movie. It says, "Does Dwayne have enough drive and power to face 1 million Tom Cruises?" And it is, in fact, this horrifying image.
What is going on?
JC Comics decided to create and send to us as some kind of, I think, threat. That was the stuff for this week. Yeah, so, and I mean, maybe we can record announcements if something crazy happens, but if not, we'll put it in the next time. But
if Tom Cruise suddenly starts speaking to waitresses, we'll record it.
So I hope you enjoyed this episode. A little bit of a different thing, but I think a bit of a fun time. Maybe we'll do something like this again. Shout out to Freddie for the concept.
Thank you.
And shout out to me because I do believe I won. Just putting it out there.
You did win by quite a bit. I think I got
by a country mile, one might say.
I got 2 actual ones right, but like technically, if we're counting how many I got right, I probably got more right than you because you know,
probably did get
a lot of Bruce Willis movies.
And the Bruce Willis one just kind of stacked up points. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and leave a comment on what you thought of this episode and how well you did in this quiz.
Let's hear the little mini game play in the comments.
And again, we will know if you're lying. But yeah, we're on YouTube, the Poorly Planned Podcast, and we're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify if you want to listen there. And if you are listening there, please leave us a 5-star rating. It would mean a lot to us. Also check out the fan pages link down below, the fan-made TikTok link down below. We might start doing ad reads next week. No big deal, but you know, we'll see. I know that's what the fans really want to hear. We're going to start doing ad reads.
It's exciting news.
But yeah, we'll see. And yeah, you can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can email the pod at bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com.
You can find me on Twitter at FDK_DaltSniper. You can find me on Instagram at Fidalgard, and you can find me on YouTube at FDK Space Gaming.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Colonoscopy.
God damn it.